Okay, what you see here on my workbench is a test setup. I'm going to do a first power up and test of the RCA 9T241. Now this is going to be a very basic power up. I'm just checking to make sure the transformer is good in this first power up. So I have removed the 5U4 low voltage rectifier tube. I have my variac there to vary the voltage going to it. And yes, there's no knob on the top of it. I lost that at probably 2 years ago at the early television convention. It fell off of it when I was using it to try and power up a TKP 45. Have my multimeter, which is hooked to the base of the rectifier tube so that it can get the high voltage and monitor. And I also have my dim bulb tester in case there's something really bad. I don't know. Now the guy did say that he did power it up. So, and he said it was okay, but I don't know about all that. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start powering it up with the variac, and then I have the multimeter there to monitor. So let me get a power cord hooked up to it, the power turned on, and we'll see what happens. Before I power it up, this is what I did here. The 5U4, the low voltage rectifier, I have the multimeter connected to pins 4 and 6. The red, yellow, and the red wire, which are coming right out of the high voltage secondary. And so I can monitor things. So right now what you are looking at is my multimeter, which has the output of the transformer, and here on my variac you're looking at the little meter there is the output of the variac. 0 volts because it's not even plugged in. This variac, even though it's all the way down, still has just a little voltage on it. As you can see. Okay, so 0.2 volts. And go up slowly, so 12 volts. And 43 volts, and we are getting some voltage on the high voltage transformer. 20 volts or so. And we'll stop it at 117, which is what this is really rated for. Around here our line voltage tends to be around 120. And if we look over at the dim bulb, it's glowing lightly, which is normal for this because, there will be some draw from the tubes now. And there's only 2 tubes not in there, the CRT and the low voltage rectifier. So now I've got it at 117.1, or right in that area. And we got 496 volts. Seems just a little low, but well, you might be right because there's no draw on it. The bulb is glowing but not terribly bright, so there's no shorts or nothing bad in the transformer. Again, this is not a series string set, so I can pull the tubes out like that. I'm going to let that go like this for about 5 minutes. Flip the chassis over, check to see if the power transformer is warm or anything like that, or hot. Check for any signs of anything that doesn't smell right. And then I'll remove the dim bulb tester, run it back up, let the tubes cook, make sure everything's okay. And then put my test CRT in and hook the speaker up, hook it up to a video source, and run it slowly up on the Variac again just to see and make sure and see what I get. Alright. Let me explain my setup here. Still have the Variac here. Have the original 10 BP4 installed, which tests quite weak, but I have another one that's better. I have the speaker over there, the dim bulb tester. Now right behind it you see a blue screen. That's my Trinitron monitor that I have hooked up to the signal source, which is a Laserdisc player set on channel 3. So it's going to be running a loop and playing while I attempt to power things up here. I have no idea what channel it is on. See, the interesting thing about, powering up slowly on a Variac, a tube television, it's not, the high voltage, the rectifier is not going to start inducting until you hit about 60 volts. Turn off some of these lights and see if I have any of the tubes lighting properly. I'm also going to turn off the monitor because that's producing a lot of light too. Then again, this thing is drawing a lot of current off. It's also glowing rather brightly. I think, I don't know, may have a shorted filter cap. It is glowing rather brightly. And I don't have a higher wattage bulb. You would not believe how hard it, well, you might believe how hard it is to find a 150 watt bulb. Transformer's still cool though. I really don't have a lot of tube filaments lighting. So let me take this out of the circuit and see, and I'll rerun it up. 5U4 is a little warm, so looks like the brightness control was all the way forward. Output tube is dead. I don't know. Maybe the connector isn't seated enough. There we go. Dirty connector. Dirty control. Big surprise. Let's see. Okay. That's probably channel 3. Tuning seems pretty on for that. So, sounds good. Pretty good. Nothing on the screen there. Absolutely nothing. Tone control kind of works. Nothing on the CRT though. Wiggle the base here. So it's getting some flaky readings. Not even the faintest image. Okay. See if I can get that's brightness. Just to be vertical hold. Oh wait, I've got a gassy tube here. Oh, I'll have to show this. We got a gassy tube. Yeah, I don't think that tube's supposed to be glowing. You can't really get anything recognizable on the CRT at the moment. But I haven't really messed with any adjustments. And it is a weak CRT. I also haven't tested any tubes. This is just the first power-up, but it does something. And it's trying to lock. It's very dim and out of focus, but there is an image on the screen. So, well, there is hope. And that's all for today.